This is the second episode of this show, and it's still weird. It's still confusing. I still don't know which way to go and which way to turn. It's just confusing. Confusing. And what's going on, you guys? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for another review of Blueface and Chrisean, Crazy in Love. This is episode 2 of their first season of their Zeus Network show, child. Like, when I tell y'all, this shit it's amazing. And I'm gonna tell you why it's amazing. And it's not amazing in a good way. It's amazing because I be sitting here in awe looking at this shit, and I just be like, girl, am I really watching this stuff? Am I really putting myself through the torture of really watching this stuff? Like, girl, okay? But before we get into today's review, let's talk about what we got coming up, okay? And that is the Whether You Like It or Not reality TV panel, Potomac edition, of course, okay? And we will be over on Josiah's World TV's platform. So go over to the playlist, the Whether You Like It or Not playlist. The link is already in there. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom, click on it, click the notification bell, and there you go. All right. So we'll be talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Of course, this is only a Housewives panel. We will no longer be discussing Basketball Wives on there or any other reality show. Just Housewives of Potomac and Housewives of Atlanta. That's all we're going to be focused on. We all agreed to this. So yes, so we'll be over on Josiah's channel tonight at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:15 p.m. Central Time. Okay. Reggie should be on tonight, and possibly El Teddy or maybe Aaron Wiles out. It'll be one between one or the other. So be sure to tune in, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this review. So we picked up where we left off at last week, okay, which was when they was at the hotel and Chrisean was crying and whining and fighting herself in the air and everybody else about her family coming to meet up with her at the hotel. She had been waiting for them, and I'm guessing they wasn't coming fast as she wanted them to. So she decided, okay, well, I'm not going to do this. So I'm just going to steal this person's car. I'm going to carjack somebody, and I'm going to drive my ass around Baltimore, okay? And that's what she did. So she took somebody's car, you know what I'm saying? And Blueface yelled out, now that's good TV. Now that's good TV. Now that's good TV. And I'm looking at him like, you glorifying that bullshit? Because ain't nothing good about this bullshit. Ain't nothing good about this bullshit. Nothing, okay? It's absolutely nothing good about this bullshit. It's just not. And I'm just looking like, this is amazing how they're really going up for this dumb shit. Like, it's truly amazing to me, like completely amazing. But she comes back and then she picks up her stylist and she picks up Blueface in this stolen ass car. So as she's driving off, that's when her family arrives at the hotel, right? So then as they're going, as her family arrives, Chrisean, Blueface, and her stylist, Elle, they regroup at a bowling alley. So they're playing, they're bowling, doing little stuff like that. And then after they bowl and stuff, they talk about, whether or not she wants to see her family or not. So Chrisean is pretty much over it at this point. Like, she's over it. Like, she don't really want to be around her family. She feel like her family really don't want to be around her. Like, she really want for all of them to meet Blueface and get a different perception of him and stuff like that. But they're not really, she feel like they're not willing to meet with him. They're not willing to do anything because they only have their own preconceived notion about it. So she's just basically saying, I don't really want to deal with them right now. Like, I'm over it. I'm over talking to them. So her brother Mookie, he said, I want to go talk to Chrisean. So he decides to leave the family behind at the hotel, and he gets in the van with the producers, and then they take him over to the bowling alley. So when they take him over to the bowling alley, he just like this, like me and Chrisean like this, like that's my role, dog. Like whatever I'm with, she with, whatever she with, I'm with. Like, that's how close we are. And to be honest, that's how close me and my baby brother are. Like, whatever I'm on, he's on. Whatever he on, I'm on too. You feel what I'm saying? So after all of that, he arrives at the bowling alley where Chrisean is at. So when Chrisean look up, she see Mookie They hug each other. She's crying as usual because that girl can't get enough of crying. All she ever does is fucking cry. She cries about anything. Like, do you cry about your breakfast in the morning? Like, she cries about any goddamn thing, honestly, period. So after she does all that damn crying and shit, she was like, man, you ain't even been in Baltimore. Like, I ain't seen you in forever. Like you've been all wrapped up with this nigga and stuff like that. Like, I ain't seen you in a minute. Like, what's going on? And so she was like, he was like, are you going to introduce me to Blueface? You feel what I'm saying? So she introduces Mookie and Blueface to one another. You know what I mean? So from the way it looks like they just might get along. Like, Blueface and Mookie just might get along. You feel what I mean? Like, they just might get along. We don't know if they're going to get along or not, but from the looks of their first meeting, it looks like they're going to get along. So they want to go outside and they want to talk, So they said, I think we should go outside. I think there's producers and the camera crew. They are like, we should go outside. So they walk outside the bowling alley and they, outside of it, whatnot. And then after that, it's kind of like, okay, so Mookie want to talk to Blueface about how he treats Chrisean. In so many words, he don't like the fact that Blueface be putting hands on Chrisean. From all the stuff that they see on the internet, all the cussing out of hand putting, all that bullshit, he ain't really with it. So Blueface is like, but she be putting her hands on me, and really, I just be reacting to the shit. Like, I don't be going out of my way to put my hands on Chrisean or nothing like that. It's just the fact that she put hands on me, you know what I'm saying? And then it's kind of like, okay, she put hands on me, so now I got to react to the shit. You feel what I'm saying? So he feels like if she put hands on him, he should be able to respond. But Mookie doesn't think that Chrisean has any wrongdoing in this relationship at all. And this episode really made me think a little bit differently about Blueface. Because if you guys know, whenever I do my reviews or whenever I do my Yes for the Mess, I'm always coming down on Blueface and always building up Chrisean and always saying that Chrisean is a victim and that she needs to get up out of this and this is a toxic relationship and stuff like that. It is a toxic relationship and she does have to love herself. And I do feel like she got a problem with alcohol, and Blueface doesn't help it because he's always forcing her. And I will say force because every time you turn around and you look at them on camera, he's always saying, man, take the shot. Take the shot. If you know this girl weaknesses is alcohol, why are you making her take a shot? Or why are you constantly putting alcohol in her damn face? That doesn't make any sense to me. It just don't make no sense to me. Like, if you already know, like, for instance, my dad had a problem with alcohol. Do you think I'm finna put alcohol in his face? Absolutely not. I don't want him to be going off the wagon. So my thing about it is with Blueface and Chrisean, he knows that she got an alcohol problem, but he always forcing drinks down the throat all the time. Don't make no sense. I don't understand it, but it's, it ain't meant for me to understand. Like, I just got to understand some shit just ain't meant for Scotty by nature to fucking understand. But like I said, watching this episode, it made me rethink the way I look at Blueface, and it made me wonder, is he really the complete problem in this situation? Because from the way it looks now, from the way it looks to me, Chrisean got a part to play in some of this shit that be going on. We just got to be 100 with it. And I ain't finna be, I'm just got to be honest with you, because in this conversation with Mookie does not hold Chrisean accountable for anything that goes on. He doesn't hold her accountable. The man says she put hands on him. A man should never put hands on a woman. But a woman should never put her hands on a man either, whether it's a friendship or a relationship. Don't put your hands on each other. Like, keep your fucking hands to yourself. It's that simple. Keep your hands to your goddamn self. You feel what I'm saying? Keep your hands to yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So, no, we're not even finna play those games. We're not finna be doing all that extra ass shit. We're just not finna do it. I just feel like at the end of it all, Chrisean does not have any accountability because her family does not hold her accountable for anything. Listening to that conversation with Mookie, it's obvious that there's no accountability. Now, at first I thought I was going to like Mookie. I thought I was. But listening to how dumb he sounds in this conversation, I no longer have any crabs for him, like, at all. No crab legs for him. I don't. Because of the fact that you trying to go in on Blueface about putting hands on Chrisean, but you got 2 or 3 baby mamas and you put hands on them yourself. So how can one person who put hands on a woman tell another person that put their hands on a woman that they don't need to put their hands on a woman when you do it your damn self? That's the part I don't understand, and that's the part that I don't fucking get. How you gonna tell me not to put my hands on somebody and you do it all day, every day? Like you put your hands on your woman all the time. So how the fuck you gonna sit up here and tell me that I don't need to put my hands on nobody? Like it don't make no sense to me. It just don't make no sense to me. And it's wrong altogether. Don't get me wrong. It's all wrong. But how you gonna sit up here and tell him, you know, and you doing the same thing? He said, they hit me, so I hit them back. It's the same thing with Chrisean and Blueface. My thing is, if you're gonna hold people accountable, hold them both accountable. Like, I get it. You don't want nobody to put hands on your sister. I'm the same way about any of mine. I don't want no nigga putting their hands on my sister. Period. None of my sisters. I got 3 of them. Don't put your hands on them. You know what I'm saying? But if you know how your sister is, hold her ass accountable too. Because there's a lot of accountability that can be going around right about now. Like Blueface is a clown. He's a toxic person. He's a dirty dick. He's all of that. I really believe all of that stuff. I believe it all the way. But Chrisean ain't perfect in this situation. And she got some shit that I got to axe to grind with her own self. I'm just being honest with y'all. So I don't want nobody looking at this video thinking that I'm taking up a Blueface or that I am completely not hearing where Chrisean is coming from, because I'm not. I do think that he treats her poorly, but at the same time, what does she be doing in this relationship too? Because from the looks, I'm listening to Blueface speak and I'm just like, well, she's not really a victim at all. You feel what I'm saying? Like it comes across like she contributes to the victimization. You know what I mean? Not victim shaming, but she contributes to the bad behaviors in this relationship. They're both toxic for one another. Neither one is perfect and not one is worse than the other because they're one and the same. That's probably why they can't get along, and that's why the shit don't work out for them all the time. So then, you know, they basically go back to meet the family. So Chrisean, Blueface, and Mookie, they go back to the hotel and they meet the family. Soon as Blueface is there, Blueface is confronted by Chrisean's sister. And her ass ain't making no points. Her ass ain't making no points. She sounds stupid as fuck. And she got this whole toxic thing with her that whether she's right or wrong, Chrisean is right. No. And this is the reason why this girl is the way that she is. Y'all enable her. Y'all don't discipline. Y'all never discipline her. Y'all talking about she's a princess. I don't give a fuck if she's a princess or not, bitch. I don't give a fuck if she's a princess or not. The fact of the matter is she's wrong too. You can't hold one accountable and don't hold another one accountable. She's just as toxic as Blueface is. She puts her hands on Blueface the same way he do the same thing to her. So if you're going to hold him accountable, you need to hold Chrisean accountable for doing the same exact shit. She gets drunk. She throw hands. She throws shit. She is just as bad as he is. And in this particular episode, he really, y'all as a family, y'all trying to defend Chrisean, but what y'all really did, y'all made Blueface look like a complete saint versus Chrisean. We got to be 100 about it. They did more harm to Chrisean than anything because they trying to sit up here and defend her to make her look like the victimized princess. But the way they speak, they didn't do nothing but make Blueface look like a complete angel compared to her. I'm just being real with y'all. That's exactly what happened. They made this girl look like a villain and made him look like a complete victim. Because they're not holding her accountable for nothing. Like they're so focused on what they see on the internet. And see, Blueface is a clown. Don't get me wrong. He does treat her poorly. He does do her wrong. But just listening to her family and the way that they act and the way they talking, whether she's right or wrong, she gonna forever be right. Even if she wrong, no. Now, do I agree with if a woman hits you, do I agree with a man attacking a woman? No. I do think, for me, I never want to hit a woman. And if a woman hits me, I'm either going to A, walk away, or her ass going to get choked. One or the other, because we're not supposed to hit you. As men, we're not supposed to hit you. We're genetically stronger than all women. Regardless if we gay as hell or not, we are looked at to be the stronger person because we're men. So therefore, we don't need to be hitting you, but you should not be hitting no man either. And that's just the truth. You can't hit no man and then play victim when he slapped the shit out of you. I'm just going to be honest with you. So just like Blueface is wrong, Chrisean is absolutely wrong too. They're both toxic ass human beings. Like both of them got a side of wrong in something. Both of them do. Chrisean ain't no damn polished penny victim. She's not. She gets down with the shit just like Blueface do. So she ain't perfect. Don't get me wrong. And I ain't saying that he right either. But no. Then the daddy gets all up in Blueface's face and shit like that and all of this. And I'm just like, now why you all up in it? It seemed like they was not trying to meet this man to try to get to know this man. They wasn't trying to meet him to really see what's the business is, what's really the situation with Blueface and Chrisean's relationship and everything that they see on social media. It felt like they were all there to jump on Blueface. Because just like I said, we all going into this thinking that Blueface is a monster and, Chrisean is a victim in this situation. That's what we all going into it, looking at this, right? But in our reality, she's just as bad as he is. If we're being real about it, she's just as fucking bad. And her family don't want to call that out. And now her daddy all up in his face and shit. And one thing about Mookie, you are a bitch ass nigga. I'm going to tell you why. Because when you was at that bowling alley with Chrisean and Blueface, you was sucking Blueface dick, okay? Like you was all up under this nigga. You was happy to be in the presence of this dude. Like straight up. Eating 10 pounds, 10 yards of shit out of his ass when you was over there with them. But now that you with the family, now you switching up. Like you switching up. You ain't got that same energy no more. And now your daddy then got up in this man's face. And Blueface is really not raising his voice at them. They're all screaming at him like wild hyenas, screaming at him, cussing at him. And he just talking to them in a calm tone, not being disrespectful, even though they're being disrespectful. They're not holding Chrisean accountable for nothing. That's really the basis of this whole situation. They're not going to hold Chrisean accountable for anything, which is very unfortunate. And then I see Mookie whisper in his dad's ear, and the next thing you know, Eugene punches Blueface in the face. So now it's complete chaos, nothing but drama going around because now he didn't hit Blueface. Then once Blueface got away, he punched Eugene in his face. So now it's nothing but chaos. Everybody's upset. Everybody's mad because Eugene got punched in his damn face. But it's like, no, because first of all, Mookie, you probably whispered in that man and told him to put hands on that man because you can't do it. See, you said you didn't just get out of jail, so you might be on probation. That's probably why you ain't trying to hit nobody. But you didn't told you got your daddy in this situation. Like your daddy got his ass popped in the face. And then now the daughters and shit want to get mad. Don't put your hands on my father. Well, if you don't want nobody to put their hands on your motherfucking daddy, tell your dad to keep his hands to his damn self. That's how that goes. If you don't want your dad to be disrespected, if you don't want your dad to have hands put on him, tell your father to stop putting hands on other people. Blueface had every right to hit that motherfucker back. I don't care what nobody say. Because Blueface was not threatening him. He didn't do anything to threaten him. He outright socked him in his face. And Blueface had every right to sock his ass back. Now everybody mad and shit. He put his hands on my father. He put his hands on my father. Because your father put his hands on him. Are you serious? Girl, you can't be. You absolutely cannot be serious right now. Absolutely not. And that was pretty much the end of the episode, y'all. Like, that shit was crazy. That whole episode. But like I said, Zeus don't do no good job at editing. Like, they'll keep you in the same spot for a long damn time. But that was pretty much it. Like I said, this episode didn't do nothing but make Chrisean look worse than Blueface. That's all this shit looks like. It looks like it's going to be a pissing contest, to be honest. But with that being said, you guys, it's been your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share my video. And also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok is down in the description box below. With that being said, you guys, I'm out of here. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye, y'all.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Tremel. I just wanted to say that I have a new project that's out. It's called Mixed Feelings. It's on all streaming platforms. I would hope that you would go and check it out. It's a really good feel of an album. It's got everything you need and more. It's got R&B, it's got a little bit of pop, it's got a little bit of hip hop. It's everything that you need and more. It's out all streaming platforms, like I said. Please check me out, and you can also follow me at IAM_Tremel. That's IAM_TRAMEL. Check me out. I hope to hear from you.